All right, welcome to round 4 of the MRL Tier 3 Season 11 Championship. We are getting our way in Qatar, which going to be interesting for. I, but that aside, I think we should be looking forward to yet another race. Tier 3 has not disappointed us far, and I expect something. What do you think, Miniko?
I don't know, bro. I'm just eating my lunch. Nah, it should be good.
That's
The past few races, yeah. The
Emerald.
past few races, we've had a great run. The past few races have been great. We've already had a repeat winner though. But still had some good battles. See if we get more of it.
Yeah, trying to adjust. Is that bad? Why is it tilting me?
It looks fine to me.
Okay, close enough. Screw it. So I'm gonna go ahead and well, actually,
Oh God, who is it? Or what is it? It's a cat. Cat.
he does not want me to hold her for long. I get that. All right. All right. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the track map. 16 quarters, 1 DRS. Now, this track is very akin to Hungary, which, ironically enough, I'll be racing at next week. So it's going to be a difficult track to overtake on. So qualifying here is going to be quite important. Safety cars, as we've now discovered, are very, very popular. So we'll have to see how exactly that plays out in the race. But first, of course, we have qualifying, which we are already in the midst of.
Yeah, the first man that's going to be setting a lap time is going to be Bouncy, who just got P2 in Tier 4, literally just like a couple minutes ago. So we'll see how he gets on. Qatar is a very interesting track. Tire wear is a big thing when it comes to this track, but also another thing, track limits. We've seen a lot of penalties. In fact, somebody got disqualified for it. So we're going to have to see how people are going to be able to keep it within track limits through 29 laps of this very difficult circuit in a sense.
Yeah, this circuit is very punishing, I would say, especially in terms of track limit, most of all. So drivers are going to be very patient around here more than other circuits. I know we mentioned the idea of like wanting to be patient when making moves, but a track like this, it's more so emphasized because really the only spot you have to make a clear move is on the main straight. There are going to be opportunities elsewhere, but not so much.
Yeah, and obviously with DRS trains, it just makes overtaking even harder as well. You could maybe sneak a move going into the hairpin, but even then, that hairpin kind of comes by pretty quick, so it is a bit difficult to make a move there. So turn 1, probably the best way to do it. Maybe even turn 2 as well, but that's also dependent on switchbacks. But either way, it is a difficult track to make a move, and also just there's a lot to manage with Qatar. That's that's all there is to it. It's a managing circuit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And yeah, Bouncy just a 22 flat, like perfectly flat. That's actually incredible. Oh my
Didn't
god.
think that was gonna happen, but here we are. Oh, as J-Joe's left. That's not good. I'm trying to get him back. There we go. Yeah, first lap, we got pretty decent lap, way off of his actual lap in Tier 4. See if anybody can potentially beat that. Maybe the Aston Martin. No, who even is the next on the lap? I can't even tell.
There are a
Ron
lot of
Swanson,
cars
actually.
now. I'm actually on board with Punju right now. He's played a lot of capability thus far, if not a little bit of, I would say, recklessness with his battery specifically. I think he's definitely got pace, and he's fighting at the front. That's for certain. In VA improves over his teammate currently. We only have 3 cars. It is still an Alpine 1-2, words I never.
Definitely not in real life.
No.
We'll see if anybody can potentially try and beat NVA. NVA, though, has had a pretty good run in Tier 4 so far. I believe he is P2 in the... Also, by the way, did I just say tier 4? I meant tier 3. Yeah, he's currently second in the championship right now, so NVA's done a pretty decent job. That being said, though, he is 33 points behind the championship leader of KDM. So quite a bit of a distance already in the championship. And that's not even due to KDM's pace. That's just down to his consistency and his awareness. That's really been the big thing for KDM this season. He's been so consistent and so aware of everything that's been going on around him. That's why he's currently leading the championship. We'll see if anybody can try and take a knock to that, but it's going to be very difficult to do that, considering he's the only back-to-back winner.
Yeah, meanwhile, we have Jake Laser. Oh, he invalidated with just a little bit left to go. That's really unfortunate for him. He's going to have to make another run. SVM, I think he's got pretty notable performances thus far. I have terrible memory, by the way, so if anyone questions what the hell I'm talking about, that's why.
SV, I think we've only seen him once this season, which is in the first race this season. He's not exactly had the best of times, I think, so... Yeah, I don't know. He kind of struggled in Spain. Hopefully he gets better on this time around. He's coming to the final corner.
I would like to turn your attention to J-Jo, who's currently having an interesting situation.
What? Okay, no. Serious question now. We're seeing this. Where does this rank in comparison to Snoop Francis's extra lap after retiring in the pits?
Like, we can't have a normal tier 3 race. It's never normal. But honestly, I'm all here for it.
I wish I could go on board with him, but I can't. But
we're locked up. Yeah.
It's sitting right in the middle of the track as well. It's such a distraction. I went on board with Sharky. He went through him, and it was like right in the middle of the track.
Okay, yeah, hang on a sec.
What even is this game, bro? I can't believe that. J-Jo can't even take control. Oh no. I think he might be screwed. We've just about seen everything, haven't we?
Okay, sorry about that. My cat was screaming at me because I realized I accidentally closed the door and he wanted out.
Oh no. That's why I
Okay.
don't close my doors that much.
Yeah, I mean, I just got the family cat offloaded onto me. So, oh, Sharky goes wide. That's going to be... Oh, he didn't invalidate, but that's going to seriously hurt his lap time. Glenn from meanwhile invalidated. McLaren not having a good time thus far. Logan in the Williams, and he's in the Sergeant car. That's absolutely making his way through. Yeah, he's taking it really aggressively, taking up a lot of curb, which you can absolutely do and get away with it. Honestly, it's downright encouraged, unlike some other circuits. And the curbs have gotten updated with the new patches that they got. I'm going to be honest, I have not noticed a difference here.
Oh, neither have I. I haven't noticed a single difference in like any of the tracks.
Yeah,
I'm right there with you.
So it's a nothing
I don't know
burger.
about that one.
It's a nothing burger of an update. It's like, hey, look, we changed it. Okay, where do you change it? Well, we said we changed it.
It feels no different.
Logan gets ahead of his teammate by just a couple of hundredths. Puts himself 7 right now. Only 10 drivers have actually put in a lap, which just goes to show how many drivers will be struggling with track limits. At Tier 6, we saw a driver get disqualified because he kept on getting track. Oh, speaking of the devil, there it is.
A little bit too wide there on exit.
Yeah, that's gonna be one for the curse counter.
Yep.
that is absolutely one for the curse counter. Literally speak of it, and it happens right before my eyes.
Literally.
Yeah.
Luckily, Glenbro still has time to do another lap. Someone who also hasn't done a lap yet is currently our championship leader, KDM. Currently just went through Sector 2. Says it's purple. I don't know how much I want to believe that, but it looks like a pretty solid lap so far for the Red Bull. Can he continue this good lap? Keeps it.
Yeah,
a little bit, but I think that was probably just to get a lap in. And he just keeps it within the white line there. This might put him right near the top, just about. Puts him P5, so there you go.
Yeah, solid time. Punch is going to go on another run. Gwenfro looks like he's going on yet another run. I'm just going to look at him because I'm going to curse again. Kiss My
Yeah.
Axe now is making his way around. He's actually not too far behind the McLaren. And Kiss My Axe has done quite well for himself, as well as MRK. Both of them have been putting in a lot of work. MRK kind of going
again.
Yeah, he's reserving again, which honestly, considering how well he did last time, I can't say this is a bad call.
No, it isn't. I'm just a little bit surprised. Who even is the second driver for Red Bull? I don't even know.
I don't even know anymore, to be honest. I just see MRK there now.
Oh, they're straight up isn't the second seat at Red Bull for Tier 3. It doesn't exist.
Okay, so there just isn't one. Okay. Well, I will say this. MRK has done really well, to the point... Oh, hang on a second. Speaking of doing well, Gwenfro just stole pole position. Brilliant run. Kiss My Axe across the line. Beat his teammate. Goes P6. Great run from the both of them.
It's funny, because you said earlier that you were going to get off of Gwenfro, so then you don't curse him again. You went off of him, and the next thing you know, he goes on the pole.
Yeah. But honestly,
if that isn't the definition of the curse, I don't know what is.
Yeah, honestly though, props to MRK. He's been doing really well. Speaking of, there it is. He goes P3.
Wow.
Yeah, and this is just more evidence that MRK, I think, deserves to be put full-time Tier 3 next season, which honestly is impressive upward momentum. Like season 9, season 10, he was in Tier 5. This season, he's in Tier 4, fighting near the top in Tier 3. Next season, he's going to be in Tier 3. My question is, how much is this upward momentum for him going to continue? Because that's really impressive.
I don't know, but yeah, it's definitely something to kind of keep an eye on. And yeah, fair play to MRK. He's putting in the time, and the results are there. He's been fighting in the top 5 consistently in Tier 4 at the moment. So I mean, you kind of have to give him credit for it.
Yeah, Perfect crosses the line, puts his car P11, not a bad run. And do we have any others on a fresh run? SVM he's getting ready to cross the line, in fact, and has potentially found a good amount of improvement here. Will it be enough to gain any positions? No, it won't. Meanwhile, Punju is seemingly up by considerable point. NBA goes first overall by a good margin. Now the question is, can Punju make a little bit of a difference here? He's improved by a good portion. Has he made enough of a difference, though, perhaps put himself in the top 3? I think he has.
No battery near the end, though.
Yeah, like we mentioned before, not the greatest battery management from Punju, but still, he puts it P2. Yeah, okay. I felt like he would have been able to pull that off, and sure enough, there it is. Bouncy has invalidated. Ketchin just finished a run and put himself P7. SVM looks like he's done for now. Meanwhile, we do have a Ron Swanson who appears to be on, or getting ready to go on one. I think it is
He is getting ready.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell because for some reason, the camera is... Okay, never mind. He just dives into the pits. Now, meanwhile, we have Sharky, who is getting ready to cross the line. 1 corner left to go. You can see hit marks on the track right there. It's absolutely crazy. Going across the line, Sharky puts himself P12.
And there's one thing I want to say, though, about Ketchin, when you mentioned him earlier about finishing a lap. In my opinion, he's a dark horse.
I agree.
Like, he's not the fastest by any means, but he always finds a way to somehow just be up at the front.
Oh yeah, I mean, I
don't know how he does it, but he's so quiet, and he gets the job done so nicely to the point where he grabs great points. I'm pretty sure he's currently P3 in the standings because of what he does. It's a bit surprising that he wasn't picked as early as he was. He wasn't picked earlier than he was. He's a good driver.
I agree. Ketchin was a pretty early pick on my draft list, but ultimately I got the 2 people that I wanted the most.
Gwenfro and Sharky.
Yeah, like I got the first 2 people I wanted, but Ketchin was definitely like in my first 5 options. I'm kind of baffled he wasn't picked as early as he was, and I remember vividly him driving and no assists, and he was still competitive fighting at the front, and I also used that knowledge to nab Gwen.
Wait a minute. Are we going to see a bit of a rare occurrence here in Tier 3? Shamrock is currently out on track in qualifying. Hello?
Excuse me. Everybody stop the count. Hold up. This is...
Is this...
No.
Is this a possibility?
Is Drunken Shamrock not throwing qualifying for once?
Surely not. Surely. It can't be. It can't be, right? No.
It's impossible. There's no way.
They said it could never be done.
They said he could never qualify. But here we are.
Is he about to completely just...
Watch this be
a...
watch this be a scouting lap, and he just decides to go into the pits.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I don't know. I guess we're about to find out.
If he actually does this, I'll be amazed.
Well, watch him put it on pole.
Bro, if he does.
If he does, that's it. We're done. He's slowing down.
He's switching it to hot lap.
No way. We're about to see history, folks.
Is he actually gonna do this? No! Oh, no! Oh, all that for nothing. He's staying on track though.
Oh my god! No!
Incredible. Nah, that's already peaked it.
Oh my god! Does it count as a curse?
Shamrock.
Does it count as a curse counter? I'm not sure.
I don't know. Maybe like half a curse.
You know what? We'll just make it 2.5.
Yeah, I think it might be with a half curse. I don't think that's a full one, but oh my goodness. You can't make that up.
Just... What?
Cinema.
Absolute cinema. Meanwhile, Ron Swanson is making his way.
Oh, he slipped it again.
Oh my god. Ron Swanson is actually finding some good improvement here, and at this rate, to put his car into the top 10 will be a great result, and put himself within range of his teammate. We'll have to see how he navigates these final few corners. Yeah, looks like he may be lifting a little bit. Well, either that or just the nature of the throttle through that long right-hander. But here we go. One corner left to go to cross the line. What can Ron...
Oh my goodness.
Himself... Yeah, B7. Yeah, great run.
Yeah, and for the record, this is Ron's first ever race in MRL.
Wow.
So, he's making his debut race, and for him to be in the mix in Tier 3, that's pretty solid.
Yeah, that's going to leave a very good impression if he chooses to be full-time next season. Jake Laser proves to fit. Meanwhile, we have Bouncy, and looks like he's got Sharky, and I think... Okay!
Yeah, the Ferrari.
I was not mentally prepared for that one. Oh.
Yeah. But anyways, checker flag has fallen, by the way. We've completely not mentioned that. NVA not going to improve. It's a matter of everyone else behind. Can Punju maybe beat NVA to pull here?
Oh, Bouncy has to course correct a little bit. That may cost him a little bit of time. I think he could have maybe angled in a little bit more sharply, but still, this is good. Oh, he slips again. Punju! Punju improves to P1. Yeah, Bouncy is finding only marginal improvement. He needs to find a little bit more, though, if he hopes to put himself within the top 3. Can he find it with a couple corners left to go? It's going to be close. Oh, he has to course correct again. He's constantly correcting the car. He does not seem very steady, and he has no battery left. He goes off! Well, that's it for Bouncy. Jake Blazers.
We'll see what KDM can do with his teammate MRK just in front of him. Can KDM get out of that P4 team range? The answer is yes. Goes up into 7th. That's going to be it for qualifying, though. Punju is on pole.
Yeah, brilliant run. Meanwhile, his teammate, Drunken Shamrock, put in a lap for once, and it's a 141.
Yeah, I'm taking that. He actually qualified. I'm going to say that counts. That counts.
Still, like, Drunken Shamrock is a guy who I know, if he actually tried, would be, like, easily in the top 10. But he just
Hold on, wait a minute. Is it convenient that the second Shamrock actually kind of qualifies? Punju's on pole? Coincidence? I think not.
I mean...
Maybe it's a blessing.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Either way, Good lap from Panju. And that is a good way to officially make his charge. 16 milliseconds between the front two.
Yeah.
They are nearly 2/10 ahead of Gwenfro in third. We didn't mention Gwenfro, but that's a good lap from him.
Yeah, that is. The top three have killed it, and we've seen these top three consistently fighting towards the front of the field.
Oh, yeah.
KDM, a little bit, I would say, uncharacteristically slow. However, there's still such a close margin from third all the way to 11th, pretty much. Not even 2/10 separating them all, which is kind of insane.
Oh, yeah, no, it's very, very close. And that's pretty much been the case for Tier 3. It's always been very close.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I've always been in this, but I've enjoyed Tier 3 so much more recently because the competition is that much closer. And you just never know what to expect when it comes to battles. But considering the aggression that some of these drivers show, I think we'll have I think there's gonna be some spice occur.
Hey, your Tier 6 driver's not happy at you.
He's
He's mad because you cursed Gwenfro.
Yeah, oh yeah, I saw that notification. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, stop cursing your own drivers.
I can't help it. It's a gift.
A gift or a curse?
A gift of curses.
Which is it? Fair enough. Oh boy. This should be a very interesting race with how close the gaps are.
Domain expansion, curse counter growth.
Oh my god. I've seen a lot of domain expansion memes. I just wasn't expecting that one. Anyway, lights.
Yeah, 5 red lights are on in Qatar, and we are underway. Panju gets an honestly good start. Gwenfro gets a little bit better, though, and he's going to potentially steal second place. He's diving in a little bit deep here. Can he get him around the outside? No, he can't. But hang on a second. Is that Bouncy looking for a move here? No, looks like the door closed on him, unfortunately. But thankfully, thus far, no chaos. So we're already off to a better start than before. Yeah. Well, I mean,
knock on wood, there's still battles going on. Technic Speedy, KDM going for it. There's a lot of battles going on further back. A lot of chaos.
Yeah.
And Ketchin's around. He's in the wall.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. He probably has some underbody damage after that.
It looks like he has. Actually, I don't think he has wing damage. I think he just managed to get away with that.
Huh. That's kind of surprising. But already Panju is starting to make a bit of a getaway. Actually, considering his battery, surprisingly. Meanwhile, the two Alpines chasing close behind. And I think Bouncy is maybe considering making a move on his teammate. Which, that'll be interesting if he attempts it. And I think Bouncy already exceeded track limits there.
Yeah, Bouncy's a tier higher than you should be. He tries at tier 4. Technic Speedy has already grabbed a 3. We haven't even finished the first lap. What?
That is not good, all things considered. If he continues at that pace, he's going to disqualify before the halfway point.
Yeah, that's a bit cause for concern, but Panju leads ahead of Gwenfro. Very calm start so far, aside from Ketchin's moment. I'm looking at the tires, a lot of mediums.
Yeah.
From first all the way down to 12th, you got mediums. RC and J-Joe starting on the hards.
Oh!
Drunken Shamrock starting on the softs. I am not surprised.
Hang on a second. Jake Laser has a bit of damage. He's missing a front wing end plate on the left side. That's going to cost him so much time. And so now Sharky's going to look for a move. A little bit risky there, but around the outside, he should be able to get the better exit here, and he does. He is clear up into the points. Jake Laser is unfortunately going to he's just going to tumble down the field. In my personal experience with front wing damage, I can safely say it costs you, like, what, half a second a lap, if not a full second? It's so much time. And speaking of, here comes another driver looking to make a move, perhaps MRK on the inside, but can't clear him just yet. I think Jake Laser's best... Oh, go ahead.
The left side end plate. Yeah, the left side end plate is the one that hurts the most, because Knight in Tier 4 had the right side end plate come off, and he wasn't really suffering as bad. The left side, that one really hurts, because there's a lot of right-hand corners. So he's definitely hurting a bit, and MRK just goes straight around the outside of him into the final corner. It goes a bit off the track. Yeah, that just shows the pace difference. He cannot do anything with that broken front wing.
Yeah, however, MRK has no battery left to use. Meanwhile, RC looking for a move perhaps to dive on the inside of Jake. Nope, it does not present itself. But you can see he's looking, watching, waiting for a chance. Just not arriving for him. He's going to have to wait for a better opportunity. You know, technically, he's got another time penalty. It's only been 3 laps. He's got to keep it on the track. Otherwise, well, his race is going to be pretty much over relatively quickly.
It practically already is over.
I mean, yeah, 6 seconds is nothing short of brutal. 3 seconds is already not great, and that's going to hurt him even more. Yeah,
he's got double the amount of penalties as there is laps, if that says anything. As we got a yellow flag, Logan is off at the hairpin. I wonder what's happened there.
Yeah, I mean, right now it looks like Technic Speedy is doing more to remain within the track limits. I'm just wondering where exactly he's going off. And I think it may be around here specifically. Yeah, he runs all wide. That you could see that clearly that he went beyond the white line there. So it's definitely Sector 3 where he's going to get some.
Yeah. Also, another person I saw that had damage, so it's on the right-hand side this time. Ron Swanson, who's currently in P10, so his debut, not exactly the way he would have wanted to start with wing damage, but he's still hanging on to the back of Sharky, as Gwenfro, as you saw, took the fastest lap and is looking for a potential move on Punju sometime in the near future. Has caught up to the back of Punju, and Punju is suffering with ERS.
Yeah,
a little bit in comparison.
Yeah, speaking of Ron Swanson's damage, Sharky took advantage of that one as well and managed to clear the Sauber. So now he's going to be able to get that forward momentum. MRK is also going to have to find a way past Ron Swanson. But of course, he's going to want to make that move quickly, because all that Sauber is going to do is hold him up and cause Sharky to get away further and further, which is already happening right now. Still, Ron Swanson is showing some impressive level. All things considered, despite the damage.
I think if he didn't have that damage, he probably would be like a lot closer to Sharky, I would think. Maybe be onto that front pack of Edge and his teammate, but yeah, all things considered, he's not doing a bad job. We'll see how he can continue his race with this damage, as Sharky's trying to close up onto the back of this train, which goes from first all the way down to 8th. Bouncy with a 3-second. That is not going to help him whatsoever, especially in this DRS train.
Yeah, meanwhile, a little bit ago, JJ actually overtook Drunken Shamrock despite being on soft tires. He's not having a good time of it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why he decided to pit onto soft tires. Well, then again, this is Drunken Shamrock doing his thing.
Oh, Gwenfro going for the move and taking the lead.
Hang on, Punch's looking for a switchback. He goes all the way on the inside, cutting the corner just a little bit, looking for a switchback. Trying to put his car alongside. It's about halfway. It's really close. But Punju is forced to back out at this point. Gwenfro has cleared him, but also doesn't have much battery left to work with. And that fighting has suddenly put two Alpines back in the playing field. SBM is a track limit. And that's going to be a penalty for him.
Yeah, already 4 drivers have a penalty and 5 penalties dished out. And we've only had 5 laps. That's not particularly a good sign, but that's just the way with this track. If you don't keep it within the track limits, it's gonna hurt you.
That's yeah, absolutely. And Gwenfro is now leading an 8-car train, and another McLaren car leading yet another train that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3/4 of the field is stuck behind McLaren leading a train. Actually, kind of funny.
I mean, obviously, you would definitely note that because you being McLaren team principal.
Well, I mean,
you would obviously
be
aware of this kind of situation.
I'm gonna be honest though. Like, if it was the same car, regardless of another team, I would still point this out. I just find it funny.
He's gonna retake it. He's retaking the lead.
Yep. And hang on a second. Is that NBA looking for a move? Oh, it's cutting it close. NBA has to back out. Gwenfro put on a lot of pressure, but left just enough room for him. And now the battle continues for the lead. I feel this is going to be a continuous back and forth. Bouncy is still just right on the heels of his teammate. I think Bouncy maybe thinks he's faster than NVA, but NVA is simply not letting him moment. Oh, that's Technic Speedy going wide again, as RC now joins the people track limit penalty.
Yeah, time penalties once again starting to come in. lap after lap. And I actually just saw this earlier. Ron has re-overtaken Sharky for P9. So despite that damage, he still has plenty of pace in that Sauber to hold on to a points-paying position. He's doing a great job, all things considering.
Yeah, my question is, I mean, obviously when he pits, he's going to get that front wing fix.
If he wants to.
I mean, if he wants to, I'm going to be honest, it would be in his best interest to, I feel like. Sure, it would cost him a few more seconds, but he'll be able to make up that time relatively quickly.
Yeah. It's a very, very good point, but the fact that he's holding on is still pretty impressive, all things considering. But either way, we'll see how he continues on, as NVA is going to go for the move on Gwenfro. Clears that McLaren. Bouncy may even look for a move, tugging into the toe of his teammate, trying to go around the outside into turn 1. Gwenfro still holding on, but Bouncy's going to have the inside for turn 2 this time around. Gwenfro's going to have the outside. Does he manage to keep it wheel to wheel? They do. Gwenfro now with the inside into turn 3 and turn 4, I think is going to stay ahead, and does. But Gwenfro losing that place to NVA, whereas Paju starting to gap those behind.
Yeah. Bouncy didn't.
Oh my goodness me. It's 9 seconds.
Oh my god. He has more time. He has more seconds and penalties than laps. That is.
Yikes.
Yeah, Bouncy Gwenfro basically barely left each other any room during that battle. I'm amazed there wasn't a coming together between the two and person. But JJ, meanwhile, is continuing his upward momentum a little bit, now overtaking Burn Victim as he has a few more cars left. 2 Ferraris are going to continue this, they call it damage control, and try to make up for all this time lost. And I'm not surprised, JJ and Ketchin but have seen them both in no assists. They're both incredibly capable. Ferrari has a good lineup between the 2 of them, but they're just having some bad luck this week in particular. RC gets another time penalty. Yeah, that's 6 seconds for.
Yep. That's just how, again, it's Qatar. What more to say? Punju, by the way, nearly pulled out a actually, he did pull out a DRS on NVA and Gwenfro.
Oh, hang on a second.
Bouncy down the inside.
Bouncy going for it.
Hanging on.
Yeah, Bouncy is going for a really ambitious move here. Drunken Shamrock has a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. We're getting a great POV from NVA's perspective, as the 2 are still going wheel to wheel. Gwenfro burning all the battery he has left, but they're still keeping side by side, both barely leaving each other room. Oh! Yep. Wow. And that was only a matter of time. It's Technic Speedy! We're going 3 wide in this corner!
Surely not. They're actually keeping it together. Bouncy gets ahead of Speedy. Here comes KDM, though, diving down the inside of Technic Speedy. He's got to have that inside line. They do touch. Technic Speedy goes off the track, but they still manage to keep it wheel to wheel. KDM down the inside line, and it's going to get the position. They hook. What is happening? KDM is in front, but that lost them a bunch of time. Punju is nearly 2 seconds ahead of the rest of the pack.
Yeah, for my POV, KDM just did not leave Technic Speedy any room. He practically forced him off the track several times in that battle.
Wow.
Yeah. That was a little questionable. Uh-oh, RC has disconnected. That is bad news for him.
I'll get him in
yeah, meanwhile, no, Punju is basically just running his own. In no man's land, which, when you're in the lead, is a great place to be. Jjo gets ahead. Jjo gets ahead of RSC. Ketchin's going to take this opportunity to do the exact same thing. Wait a second. No, okay. It's just that all the cars have so much black on their front wings, it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah. Sharky with a 3-second, that's going to hurt him.
Yeah, the 2 Ferraris basically kind of working together and
what is happening?
Momentum.
NVA and Gwenfro are going at it through turns 4 and 5. They cannot stop going wheel to wheel to here. NVA with the inside going into the hairpin, but Gwenfro with the better exit, I think.
Yeah, he does have
neck and neck.
Yeah, they still have a better exit here. They're still side by side. Does Gwenfro have it here, or does NVA have it? It's Gwenfro. He's fully clear now. The 2 Alpines almost coming together in the process. This field of cars, yeah, the battle for second place has 7 cars involved, and I have a bad feeling it's only a matter of time before this battle ends in tears for somebody, if not quite a few of them. It's getting so
definitely
close.
Not thinking it's going to end in tears. He has just absolutely waltzed away from everybody.
Well,
I mean, seconds ahead of the rest of the pack, and he's just still going at it. And Technic Speedy has spun it.
Oh, that's going to be a lot of time and momentum lost. Is now he's going to be down in 9th. MRK actually doing really well for himself, up to 8 now. Yeah, and all of this, Pudgy's just getting away. Oh, hang on a second. Both Alpines charged past the McLaren.
My goodness.
Oh, hang on a second. Close between the two Alpines. That was almost a little bit of contact there as the battle continues. Again, I'm worried about the two Alpines. I have a bad feeling that they may just come together at some point. It would not be the first time we've seen two Alpines collide, not just IRL, but in MRL as well. One would think of a certain moment in a scene.
No, do not remind Testarossa. I mean, no, not Testarossa. It was Lakota, or yeah. Do not remind him of that. My God.
Oh man, that clip.
I'm glad I wasn't a part of Alpine then, because oh my God, that
Oh,
would have been an
meltdown?
absolute
Ooh.
hellfest.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely baffling. Meanwhile, battle going on, and Punju is just gone. That's it. Punju is fully clear. He's about to get one of the freest wins in this season. That's
Oh no!
Yeah. I mean, Punju. I mean, I would say it's not like free as in like it's just kid throw up to him, but you know he's obviously
in the best position to grab it.
Oh yeah. Basically, because everybody else is too busy fighting each other. Wenfro goes into the pits for probably an undercut on hard tires. And, I mean, this is the pit window. This is true. Like, the latest should be, like, lap 14. But this
is generally the best place. Like, the best lap to go for an undercut, I feel like. And, yeah, going on to a set of hards, I agree with this call from Gwenfro. We'll see how the others can potentially respond to that, as Bouncy did get ahead at NVA, by the way. But, yeah, this is a good call from Gwenfro, getting that undercut.
Yeah, meanwhile, the battle continues for second place. Bouncy got ahead of NVA, but he has a time penalty to his name, which will hurt him by the end. TDM just sticking close in range.
They're just kind of chilling, the two Alpines. They're doing good.
You know, at this rate, though, Punju could probably see himself up to Tier 2 next season. For the first time in a long time.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, he's running exceptional pace right now. He's pulling away from Bouncy and NVA. All those guys. In fact, actually, the two Alpines have actually gapped KDM. Which is very interesting.
Oh,
SV grabs another 3 second.
Yeah, and again, those time penalties will only stack up over time. Speaking of, there it is. Burn Victim also gets a time penalty. And that is KDM veering into the pit lane.
Bouncy as well. So one Alpine has pulled the trigger. So how do they come out in comparison to Gwenfro? Gwenfro, as of right now, is going through the penultimate corner. Where will they were right alongside each other when they were racing. How much of an undercut has Gwenfro gotten? He's had so much clear.
He hasn't gotten anything. If anything, I think that Bouncy has cleared him.
He is.
Yeah, Bouncy is clear, so that's Gwenfro must not be enjoying the hard tires right now.
That's very interesting because there wasn't a front wing change in the pit lane. He did not have a front wing change, so that was purely just the undercut not working. To be fair, though, he did get a slow pit stop. He had a 3 second pit stop, so maybe he timed it a little bit too late. But then again, that's a big gap. He was right behind them, and now he's nearly 3 seconds off, and actually goes wide as well.
Yeah, like I said, he's not liking the hard tires.
No.
Some drivers have just not been gelling well. I didn't enjoy the hard tires when I ran them, which was kind of strange, to be honest, because I did a social...
Hard generally feel great this game.
Yeah, I did a social race before I did my Tier 5 race. Social race, hard tires felt great. Tier 5 race, they felt terrible. Like, it's a little weird.
It's very weird, yeah. He's catching up to the back of KDM, though, slowly. But now SV, Edge, and I think Technic Speedy are now in. We'll see how they come out in relation. SV was behind Bouncy, if I'm not mistaken, right?
He was.
Yeah, so we'll see where he comes out in comparison. He goes on to a set of hards, unsurprisingly. As
Bouncy will be long gone, I think. Wait, hang on a second. Not as clear as I thought. It's relatively even, actually.
Nah, he's quite far. That is quite the distance. That is a mega undercut.
Yeah, meanwhile, Glenfro did at least manage to get past Edge. But he also doesn't have much battery left to work with. J-Jo gets past MRK and is now up to 5.
Now, this is effectively the point where the hard runners off the start to kind of become more of a problem. J-Jo, Gary, RC, they all started on the hards. They're effectively on the best tire for those that haven't pitted yet. So this is effectively their time to shine. And if a late safety car comes in where they can pit onto a set of mediums, they could become a serious threat. Even a virtual will put them in the mix.
Yep.
So this is a very interesting case. Punju, however, doesn't really want to think about that. Just goes into the pits.
Yep, NBA follows suit. I think he's still focusing on maybe finding a way to catch up. Sharky also in the pits. Catching stays out. J-Jo on the hards stays out. MRK pits. The burn victim stays out. Gary will stay out because he's still on hards. But Logan will be one of the last medium runners left on medium tires. Does he pit this lap? Technic Speedy gets another track limits. How much time is it for him now? 12 seconds. His race is effectively over. Oh, hang on a second. That's KDM making the move on RC, now up to 8, as he's just coming into a car coming out of the pit.
This is interesting. NVA has slotted in between Bouncy and KDM, so he did lose out to Bouncy. That being said, though, it's only 1.2 seconds.
Gwenfro completes
so maybe some people's undercuts or some people's overcuts were either very strong or very weak. In which Gwenfro's undercut was very weak in that sense.
RC must be having some kind of problem because Gwenfro and Edge just overtook him with.
It's not damage. I don't see any damage on him. Not sure.
Is it simply a pace diff? Like, look at the way he's turning into the corners. He's so tentative with.
Well, this is interesting because I believe RC's P11 in the standings with 10 points, so it's not that he's just generally this slow. This is just a very interesting case, I guess. By the way, Catching goes into the pits now, getting off those mediums, taking a 14 laps. Bit longer than anybody would have expected. Yes, Punju's going to easily clear him. He's got such a gap.
Yeah, Burn Victim continuing to stay on medium tires. There's no way he's doing a medium soft strategy, right?
No, surely not. Softs are terrible.
Okay, so Kauke just confirmed. I felt like something was up with RC. RC's power went out. Yeah.
I invited him.
Yeah, I mean, he just can't get back on because his power went out. Well, honestly, that just sucks. I mean, nothing can really be done about that when your power goes out. But Sharky will go for a move here. Yep, he easily clears past the AI and moves up a little bit further.
Yeah, that's not good for...
Oh, hang on a second! Oh! Technic Speedy!
What's up there?
I think Technic Speedy had a collision with Ketch, and got spun out. And Kiss My Axe gets a 10-second penalty. He's retired from the session. Having Kiss My Axe.
Yep. He retired in the pits. I think he was just having too many issues, and he effectively called it a day.
Yeah, one person I'm baffled that they're still staying out is Burn Victim. I mean, again, unless he's doing a medium soft, I do not see why he's continuing to stay out. He's going to be so much time.
He's still going!
He's doing a medium soft, which is not it. This is not the strategy.
The softs are terrible, though.
They die after like 4 laps, as we saw with Drunken Shamrock. This is a very poor strategic call. Meanwhile, yep, RC gets overtaken yet again, as that is MRK looking around the outside to make a move, and he easily...
Whoa! SV going for Gary and NVA. SV trying to go around the outside of the Alpine. I think might just get the move done, and does.
Yeah, brilliant.
SV,
yeah,
great move.
I just caught the tail end of that battle. Kind of a disappointed that I missed the beginning of it. Hang on a second. Gwenfro is looking on the inside of Gary. Gary kind of slams the door on him, and he has to back out there. As Gary slips up again, Gwenfro looking for a shot. I think he's going to dive here. Oh, he slips a little bit, trying to find a way past the Haas. But he's got the better traction here. Gwenfro's still there around the outside. Can he complete the move? It's close, but I still think that has the edge on him. Speaking of edge, he's actually behind. There he goes as well. What a move from Edge to get past. Just saw an opening, stuck his way in, and now up to P9. Great move from Edge.
Yeah, Gary just got bullied there.
Yeah, he really did. Winfro and Edge basically just shoved him aside, figuratively speaking, of course.
Yeah, now they're trying to chase after KDM, in which KDM has been very quiet this race, but is looking at a provisional P4 at the moment due to SV's penalty. Maybe even P3 if they catch up to Bouncy, which Bouncy actually has closed the gap a little bit between himself and Punju, which is very interesting. Punju, which we thought was comfortable, may not be as comfortable as we may seem, as KDM has gone for the move on NVA and gets it done.
Yeah, NBA is just looking very confident. Speaking of confident, Edge got past Winfro and is making his way.
Yeah, Edge looking pretty quick, and this is what we expect of him. He's not one to show up in qualifying, but in the race, he does a pretty darn good job. He's up 5 places right now, and is looking to go even further up the order once JJo and Burn Victim pit. By the way, JJo, he started last. He is in the race lead right now. Technically, he's done the last to first.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think it will not be a net lead unless a safety car occurs right now for him. Like perfect. Burn Victim though, continue to stay out. I think this is a horrible call strategically.
JJo's in.
Burn Victim will continue to stay out. Yup, he continues to stay out. This is a terrible call by Burn Victim to.
He's done 17 laps on those mediums. JJo, by the way, off those hards now onto the mediums, and he might actually come out in a decent position. Maybe
no,
he's gonna come out in front of his teammate.
He's gonna be out of the points.
Yeah, but he's gonna be much faster now. Sharky goes through, same with Gary. Does he come out in front of Technic Speedy? The answer is yes. He's just outside of the points, and he's gonna have a lot of pace against everybody in front. In fact, actually, once Gary and Burn Victim pit, JJo's going to be 9th.
Yeah, JJo has guaranteed points on the board, at least at the moment.
This is a great comeback from him.
Yeah, he's pulling in a heroic drive at the moment. Winfro just on the heels of Edge, who doesn't seem to be able to gain on the others at the moment. This race is really quieted down at this point. But Punju still has essentially the freest of wins on his hands as long as he keeps up his level of pace. But little by little, I think Bouncy is starting to reel him in, although taken.
The gap is starting to increase a little bit. It was at 2.5 a few laps ago. It's now at exactly 3 seconds. So he is starting to
it's actually
pull
gaining
a gap
it.
now.
Yeah, Punju's tires are a little bit fresher, and it's going to give him that much of an advantage. Yeah, he's starting to pull away clearly. Punju is about to have the freest.
For now, anything could still happen, but it is looking very, very nice.
Burn Victim,
I don't know if he was confident going into this race or not, but I think he's very, very confident right now. He's actually, Punju has gapped a second within the past few laps. He's starting to, he knows that he's got this win. All he needs to do is just put a bigger gap in case any potential penalty comes his way, which is highly unlikely.
Yeah, meanwhile, Winfro successfully overtakes Edge and appears to start. Hard to tell. I think he's slightly faster. Not by a significant margin, but it is faster.
Yeah, and I think SV is kind of holding up KDM and NVA a little bit. Bouncy catches another 3. That's now 6 seconds for him. That's gonna hurt him quite a bit.
That will cost him a podium.
That will put him down into P. That would put him down P6.
Yeah, it just goes to show like you need to avoid getting any penalties because it will kill you by the end.
As he actually just went wide again, as I just saw. His tires were just outside there, but yeah. Again, Qatar.
Burn Victim now finally pitting, and it will be onto soft tires. But again, I think he's
going to be way down the order. He's going to come down in like P15.
Yeah, he's gonna lose so much time. It's not worth it. It's just not the right call, I think. No.
He's on the hard!
He's on the hard tires?
Why?
Why?
What is he thinking?
What is
I'm so lost.
I lost the plot.
There is no plot.
No, this is a plot. This is just a Zack Snyder plot, right?
Yeah, something like that. If he was on a set of hards and he went that long to a set of mediums, sure, that's completely understandable. Why do why do a set of hards from mediums that long? What is this?
This was the blunder of the week, I would say, in Tier 3.
Yeah, this is a bad decision from him.
Like, this was not the right call. He's got a time penalty on top of that, so it's going to do him no favors. He'll be lucky if he manages to score points. In the meantime, Winfro is actually starting to fill in a couple of those front runners. But KDM managed to get past SVM. Oh. Hang on a second. What has happened?
Speedy spun.
Oh,
Speedy spun it.
He's got wing damage to boot, so his race is effectively over. Yeah, 12 seconds of penalties. His race is essentially over. I will not blame him. He decides to retire in the pit.
Or steal fastest lap.
Yeah,
he could do that.
He could try and go for that.
Yeah. Speaking of the fastest lap, J-Jo just sets it 23.5. He is reeled in edge and is going to go for the move into turn 1. J-Jo making a great comeback, and he's up into 7th, looking at a potential 6th at this point.
Honestly, at this rate, I think J-Jo can finish on the podium. I think he's got a podium on the cars with the level of pace he's showing. I mean, with the penalties, with the penalties of the cars ahead and the pace he's been displaying, I think it's very possible, especially with how many laps left. Yep, Technic Speedy retires in the pits. There.
Jay saying maybe he thought he was on the hards to start for burn victim.
No, there's no way he thought that unless he's colorblind.
It's just like, man, these hards are wearing a lot more than I expected. Wonder what's going on.
Man, why do they paint the hards yellow? That's kind of
right? Can't even say that was like the rainbow tire era because the yellow tires at that point were softs. You can't even say that. So yeah, they're weird, very weird. But he is catching up slowly. But I feel like if he went hard to medium, it would have been a lot better for him. Example being J-Jo running in 7th. He's gonna go for 6th, flying through this entire field, and yeah, he's gonna get this move done. He's looking very nice. SV meanwhile overtakes KDM just in front and takes P3, but they are losing touch of bouncy.
Yeah, just very clean, a very textbook move from J-Jo. Gets past. And now let's see how much he can reel in those cars up front. Like I said, I think a podium is very possible. You got Bouncy and SVM both with penalties. 6 and 9 seconds each. All he needs to do is overtake KDM or NVA. If he just does, if he overtake, well, basically, if he can finish P5 and stay within range, he's got a podium. Which, at the rate he's going, he's already starting to reel in those cars in front. Rapidly so. He's already almost under 2 seconds. There it is. Yeah, he's gonna catch up quickly. I think he's at least half a second a lap faster.
Something like that. I'm actually gonna look at his previous lap in comparison. Let's have a good look. So his previous lap, he set a 24.8, and NBA set a 25.4. So you do the math on that. That's 6/10.
Yeah, so I was right. Like at least half a second. So that's 6/10 right there. And and at the same time though, J-Jo is gonna be bringing Gwenfro and Edge along for the ride. They remain in DRS range.
Yeah, and while all this is going on, you just have that man in P1, not really doing much, just driving, and he's having a wonderful, wonderful race.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's a Punju's race to lose.
Oh, 100%. Thing is, if he gets a 3-second, it's not going to cost him. Which,
yeah, no, it's not. He's cleared.
He's happy to have that luxury, because in comparison to the next person without a penalty, he's got a 6-second gap to KDM.
Yeah,
it's very good.
Yeah, J-Jo is almost within a second. Does he have the gap needed? There it is. Yep. He's within range now. And I think Gwenfro is almost in range too. If he just gets a little bit closer, we could have a full train linked up here. But, yeah, JJ's just getting further and further away. It's going to be a little bit difficult.
England lost. England lost. Spain won, I think.
You know what? A British loss is a good day for me. I'll take it.
Damn! Yeah, England didn't win it. It's not coming home. Yeah, J-Jo though, on the back of these guys, looking for a potential move soon.
I think J-Jo, if he gets past both, he could see himself getting a peak after starting near the back, which will be an incredible drive by if he manages to pull this off. Hang on a second. That's KDM making the move on SVM. This is make J-Jo's job that much harder if he hopes to get a P2. Still, a podium is very possible. Battle between... Oh, J-Jo slips. That was cutting it a little bit close there.
I can wonder. Oh, wow. Okay, J-Jo's been on 2 warnings for track limits since lap 9.
Oh, if he gets one more, then suddenly playing field.
NVA nearly running into the back of SV, and they're costing them a bunch of time. KDM, that was a very smart thing from him. He saw the threat of J-Jo and effectively decided, now's my time to make a move and try and pull away.
Speaking of a threat, here he goes, diving on the inside. Oh, NVA outbreaks him. J-Jo's looking for a chance, an opportunity. He's burning battery, but NVA is still holding him off. NVA is going to fight tooth and nail to hold out of this position. This is a battle for a net podium. As J-Jo goes wide, no track limits.
He backed out of that.
Yeah, he definitely slowed down as to not gain an advantage.
Yeah, that was very smart from him. He knows what he knows the risk, and look at that horrible exit from NVA. That's gonna easily let J-Jo clear that Alpine, and is now up into 5th. Looking, this is now a net P3. This is net P3 now for J-Jo.
Yeah, and all this fighting has now put Gwenfro in range. Sharky has overtaken Edge as well. McLaren is suddenly making a little bit of a comeback drive here.
A little bit, but Sharky does have 6 seconds to his name. Gwenfro does have 3. But yeah, this is going to be very interesting now. Can J-Jo's main task now, Punju's out of the question. Nobody's catching him. Can J-Jo get KDM? That's the big question. Can he do it?
I mean, he's already looking for a move on SVM. I'm going to call it now. J-Jo's going to dive going into this corner if he's close enough. Okay, no, he's too far back. Never mind. If he was
smart to go for a move there.
I mean, he tried it already before, so.
That's very true. I think he's just rather sticking his nose in. Edge crashes 3, so that's going to help Sharky. Sharky's now looking at P8 at this point in the race. And while all this fighting is going on, Gwenfro, as you mentioned, has closed in.
Oh!
Why did I say anything?
That's a curse count.
That is 100% a curse, yeah.
Why do we talk about McLaren at
all?
all?
I don't know, man.
Why?
I don't know.
Pat's gonna kill us later.
Yeah. I mean, Gwenfro's still looking at top 7, so it's not the end of the world. As SV's going to go for the move on KDM, and now there is just one position between J-Jo and KDM for a potential P2 in this race.
Yeah, knowing J-Jo, he's going to go for something aggressive here. Going on the inside.
Really?
He's diving on the inside here into the corner. Can he get past the Red Bull? He goes a little bit wide, almost forcing KDM on the track, but he pulls it off. That tire advantage is proving to be too powerful at the moment, and J-Jo is clear. He now has a net P2 in his hands.
Yeah, that is absolutely crucial for him. Fair play. Last to a net P2 as it stands at the moment. He has had a brilliant drive. And I'm just going to say it right now. Best driver of the day for me.
I agree. J-Jo is
He's in a tier higher than he should be as well. He's a tier 4 full-time. He's reserving up to tier 3, has gone from last to net P2. This is insane from him.
Yeah, I mean, usually he has troubles with the consistency, but he seemed to have eliminated those troubles for himself.
Yeah.
And is now just, like, he's got it. All he needs to do is avoid getting a penalty or something, and he should be clear. But if he just gets one warning... Yeah, Pat just and he said you had one job and he did it twice.
Listen, sometimes be under control. KDM is going for the dive on J-Jo down the inside. He's not giving this up just yet, but J-Jo still hanging on, is going to have the inside for turn 2, and holds on. The KDM is not giving this second place up. He knows he needs this.
Oh, this could end in tears with the laps lowering down and the times will grow more desperate. And we are getting to a very close margin.
Is getting very close. By the way, Bouncy's slowly starting to reel in Punju. We completely forgot to mention that.
And it doesn't matter.
It's not going to matter. No, it's not going to matter. But it's just
well, hang on a second.
Note.
Wait, hang on a second. This actually might matter. It's not that he's reeling in Punju. It's that he's getting away from the cars behind. He could actually, like, if these drivers continue fighting each other, Bouncy could maybe hold on to a P2 or a podium.
That's a very good point, actually. I didn't even think of that.
I mean, the thing is,
see if he can.
If he can get into DRS range of Punju even, and gain that power, suddenly he could still hold on. This could be huge for him. Burn Victim gets a 30-second time penalty. Logan has 21.
Yikes. And we thought Technic Speedy would have been the one. J-Jo is gonna take P3 potentially. No, yeah, he actually isn't. SV still hanging it around the outside. He's gonna hold on to that position. SV is holding up J-Jo, and this is just helping Bouncy while this battle just keeps on going. J-Jo's probably feeling very frustrated.
Caution Sector 2, and I think that is Logan. Yup.
He's on softs, interestingly, but...
Oh, hang on.
That's
SVM had a bit of a mistake. Does J-Jo have the opening? No, he doesn't. This battle is still ongoing.
This is... my goodness. And if you look at the gap between Bouncy and SV, Bouncy needs around about 1.1 to potentially... Actually, not even 1.1. He needs less than a second to take P2. He could still do this.
Yeah, it's very possible. It all depends on how much these guys continue fighting each other. But of course, we are almost on the final lap. All or nothing. Logan retires from the session. And now Punju is now on his last run. And this is going to be it. Bouncy, though, might have just enough. Hang on, J-Jo looking for the move on the inside. He's fully cleared the Sauber and has gotten through at long last. KDM looking for a move on the inside as well. Can it be a double move for two drivers? It looks like he might have the advantage. No. SVM has successfully held him off. At least at the moment. A 10-second penalty for J-Jo, ignoring a yellow flag.
Oh, because of Logan's retired car!
Oh
no!
Oh no. Okay. Well, I think they can make a stewards report and argue to get that removed. At least they should.
Maybe. That's absolutely ruined him.
Yeah, that's absolutely ruined him. What the heck?
So this is effectively given Bouncy. This is given Bouncy P2 actually. At least for now. He's got a 5.8. He's got over a 6-second gap between himself and KDM actually. No, I think he does.
Yeah. Hopefully they can argue to remove that 10-second because he was battling. The car was in the pits. RC, he's disqualified.
But either way, aside from all that, Punju, dominant performance. He wins in Qatar.
Yeah, just a quiet, brilliant race. SBM gets another time penalty around the final quarter. He drops all the way down to P9.
Wow.
Make that
P10. He's out of the points.
All of that, and SVM is out of the points due to all those penalties. Went pro P5. What? But it probably
P6. J-Jo still got a top 6. He can still be kind of happy with that. Ketchin gets P7. MRK P8. Sharky P9. Edge just scrapes the point.
Yeah. Again.
What was that final lap? Like what? I need to look at the race director. Oh my god. Oh boy. Excuse me while I scroll through a bunch of warnings. There we go. Dear God,
D-Master already saying that
wow.
will get removed, and yeah, it should, because, well, that was just
that was
entirely
unfair.
unfair. That shouldn't happen. Again, they should be able to remove that, and Joe, I wonder if he wasn't in close enough range. Can we still get the lead? If Joe can get a P2.
I think he still can. But out of all this, and only one place out of it, one place will not be contested within stewards. That's P1. Punju from pole to the win. He had control of that since he broke out of DRS.
Yeah,
and that was an amazing drive from him.
Yeah, honestly, quiet, dominant. That's really like the dream race where you just kind of get away. You can run your own race, do everything you need to. Just yeah, absolutely brilliant. And I think Com is going to be very happy with that result. Some much needed points for Mercedes to help them further up in the midfield.
Yeah, it definitely will. Punju was actually P13 going into this race, and with those 25 points, that'll easily put him into the top 10 for sure, and he deserves it. He did everything right. He kept it calm, didn't get a penalty. That's a big one, and yeah, well deserved.
Yeah, and just another hectic race, to say the least.
I wouldn't say it was hectic per se. I think it was just
true. It was a little more quiet than it was compared to previous weeks. But at a track like this, at a track like this, though, it is to be expected, and we will probably expect something similar along the lines of it next week when we make our way to Hungary.
If I'm not mistaken, by the way, I think that's 3 races in a row that Tier 3 has not had a safety car. I think.
Yes, and also I think thus far, have we had 4 different races?
I believe so. Actually, no. No, because KDM already won Spain and Britain.
Okay. Well, still, it just shows how competitive and close this tier is. And speaking of Hungary, I'm starting, so
I've been eating lunch this entire time.
Yeah, I'm gonna be.
People are waiting for interviews, though. You think you should get some quick interviews?
We can get an interview. We do have JJ, but I think we're just gonna interview the winner.
Yes, I think he deserves it.
Yeah. I always sent it to the wrong one. Okay, Punju, can you hear us?
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, so what a race you had. Wyatt, you qualified on pole, got away, led almost every lap that you needed to, and had just a quiet, clean race. Pretty much a perfect run for you. So how do you feel with that?
It's about dang time. It's been, I think, over a year since I've gotten a win, so it feels really nice. It was, I think, like lap 6 or 7. Like, I saw the guys in P2 to like P5 start really fighting for a second, and I just barely gapped out DRS, and then they started like going hard for a second. I was like, oh, it's done. And then when like 3 laps from there, I was like 3 or 4 seconds ahead. I was like, yeah, we got this. I just gotta keep it cool. And I stopped pushing from then on. So I maybe pushed hard for 7 laps, and then after that it was like 70% all the way through. It's great.
Yeah, just a dominant performance from you. Are you looking to carry that dominance next week when we get to Hungary?
I love Hungary. It is one of my favorite tracks on the entire F1 calendar, so I would hope so. I'm surprised that today went as well as it did, if I'm being honest with you. I knew I was pretty decent at Qatar from last game, but I literally hadn't touched this track until about 20 minutes before the race today. Never done a lap on the mediums or the hard, so I had no idea how it was going to feel. And it just felt good, so I hope that happens again. It'd be great. That'd be nice. And yeah, we'll see. I don't know, man. Could just be, lightning strikes, but it could be a change of form. Who knows? We'll find out, won't we?
Yeah, I think we definitely will. So obviously you still have some stiff competition with other drivers in the field. JJ proving as much, getting he will be getting second place once he gets that 10-second remote. Should be getting it removed.
If he qualified, I think it would have been a neck and neck fight to the win.
Yeah, so I mean, you still got close competition in him. Honestly, in Ketchin as well is probably a bit of a dark horse ADM,
Yes.
and I would say I would count Jake Laser up there too, even though he had a little bit of a lackluster time around. So close competition. So what do you think you're gonna have that's gonna be an edge over the?
Well, I mean, KDM's sitting on 2 wins for the season, right? So like he's got such a good lead. He's obviously the the fastest driver of the season right now. The only edge that I can hope to have from now on is just, playing it smart. At the end of the day, like the fact that we had a no safety car race today just like shows like, hey, we're getting cleaner, less crazy, more, chill. We've had a couple no safety car races this season already. So I really just need to like play strategy from now on and like really be smart about like this is strategy, how it's gonna go, qualify well, and play good strategy. So yeah, that's the move this season.
All right, Miniko, anything else to add?
I don't really have much. Just congratulations on the win. Very dominant, and just kind of stating your name, aren't you?
It's about name time, man. Yeah, like I said, I think it's over a year since I got a race win here in Moose. So yeah,
hey, me too.
Very nice. Yeah, dude. I think I did like one time at F123, and that's it. So
yeah, my last win was last week.
Oh, must be
okay.
Nice.
No need to flex on us, buddy. Get out of here.
Nice. This guy.
I have to get something here. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta rub it in. Why don't you?
Yeah, while I can.
Yeah, no, it was a good race. Hopefully we can continue on to next week. And thanks guys for all the comms as always. You guys are epic.
Yeah, thanks for your time.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course. Adios, friends.
All right, so are now getting ready to go into next week, where of course F1 will be returning. And so will we, of course, to Hungary next week, followed up by Belgium, which will spell the summer break for Formula One, but that isn't going to stop us from racing. So I think it's going to be pretty exciting as this championship to heat up. What do you think?
We're just going to have to find out, won't we?
Yeah, and so we'll find out next week in Hungary. See.
Bye!